Some of the happiest and saddest times of our lives will be spent in hospital, from new births to end-of-life care. At York Teaching Hospital Charity, we care for our local hospitals so that they can care for us. As the hospital charity, we work alongside York Teaching Hospital NHS Foundation Trust to make patients, relatives and visitors feel better across our family of hospitals from York to the Yorkshire coast. With your help, we can fund specialist equipment across all departments. In the renal unit at York Hospital, we help to keep patients entertained during their dialysis time, along with an additional life-saving haemodialysis machine, which helps patients to have a greater control over their own care.
My name's Janet King and I'm sister of the dialysis unit at York Hospital. For haemodialysis, it means people whose kidneys don't work. For you and I, our kidneys get rid of things like water and toxins and some drugs. And if your kidneys don't work, all of these things can actually cause you harm.
Paul O'Connor is one of Janet's patients. With his wife Claire, they started supporting York Teaching Hospital Charity after his transplant several years ago. Sadly, after complications, Paul is now back on dialysis at York Hospital for 8 hours every week.
We started helping mainly after the transplant, and we were just so grateful that everything that happened, really, and the support that we've had from the unit, and we wanted to give something back. So when we first started fundraising, I wasn't even on dialysis. I'd come off it. So it was to try and support the people that were going through something that I'd been through. Since I've been back, obviously, you see the benefit of what we've given. So things like the art therapy, you see some of the artwork that's coming out, which is amazing. You see the passion that it gives people, it gives them a bit of joy, which sometimes isn't the easiest thing to find on this. You've got to consider that a lot of the people that have been on dialysis could have been on for 15 to 20 years.
When you're sat for 4 hours at least, you need some sort of diversion therapy, and this can be the TVs that we offer on the unit, remote controls, headphones so people can actually relax while they're on dialysis, to things like funding the art worker.
The charity gives so much back to the patients and to the staff, because if the patients are happy, it makes the staff's jobs slightly easier.
York Teaching Hospital Charity provide funding for the art team to brighten our hospitals. The changing exhibitions give a different perspective to the same corridors and provide patients and staff alike with something beautiful, thought-provoking and eye-catching to make the hospital experience that bit better. With your help, we raised £134,000 for the creation of a new maternity bereavement suite at Scarborough Hospital, which opened in 2016. Families who very sadly lose a child late in pregnancy now have the facilities they need to make this very difficult time that little bit easier. York Teaching Hospital Charity provides funding for our staff to give them access to conferences, education and training opportunities so they can continue to further their skills and provide enhanced care for patients. With your help, we were able to contribute £20,000 to the redevelopment of our cancer care garden, now a haven of peace and tranquility at a busy hospital. It's a place for quiet thought and a cup of tea, reflection on a diagnosis, or space to take part in an art activity. Thanks to you, visitors and patients can help themselves to tea and coffee while they are visiting the Cancer Care Centre at York. With your help, children can play. Our children's wards are full of toys and books and activities which the play team use on a daily basis to provide an escape from the often scary time of being in hospital for both parents and children.
I'm Laura. I have a little girl called Layla who has to come to the ward quite a lot. She first came to the ward when she was 3 months old and she's 4 in August, and we've spent a lot of time here due to a blood disorder that she has. The type of things Layla likes doing when she's here, she loves the painting, she loves watching DVDs, reading books, the house. She always likes to think that she owns the house. So yeah, without them things, it would be very difficult, our time on here. And they're not only good for the children, but they benefit the parents as well, because I think when we see our children happy, it makes us relax a lot more. And you're not relaxed when you're in hospital, you are on edge, so, you know, it's a good thing.
£15,000 was used recently to fully refurbish the sensory room on the children's ward. Now a safe and calming space, this room is used by children of all ages and their parents. Mandy Thorpe is one of the nurses who has noticed a difference for families since the room was installed.
It's a place where children can escape to, so as nurses we don't do any interventions in there at all. That is just a calm place and a calm environment where they can go. We also use it for children that need procedures where they need to go to sleep, so they can go in there with their mums, have a bit of a chill out time.
From providing wheelchairs to help patients move around the hospitals, to helping to refurbish whole departments, the money raised by York Teaching Hospital Charity is already making a difference to our patients. Importantly, when you donate to York Teaching Hospital Charity, it is our NHS staff who decide where this money will be best spent in their area to make sure it has the greatest possible impact on their patients.
The charity fundraising for these things make a huge difference, and I fundraise for the charity so that the children, not just my child, but any child on the ward has them things. If our little bit of help can help the NHS, then that's a good thing to me.
It's fantastic to be part of a community within the hospital.
We need your help to help care for our hospitals. There are lots of ways to get involved with fundraising for York Teaching Hospital Charity, and the fundraising team can support you right through your journey. Why not volunteer your time to help at one of our events, organise your own event with friends and family, or challenge yourself to a once-in-a-lifetime experience? Jump out of a plane, trek up a mountain, or run a marathon.
We've all got time where we can spare. We've all got something that we can do. It doesn't have to be anything massive. Like I say, it could be an afternoon tea, it could be anything. It could be a walk. Just, the sad thing is, we need this.
Anyone can end up in hospital. Your mum, your nan, your children, and I think that our little bit of support goes a long way, and it helps the staff and obviously visitors of the hospital, so it's a really big, important thing.
The more we raise, the more we can help care for our hospitals from York to the Yorkshire coast. We can't do it without you.
The only way that these things can be funded is by people like yourselves who are willing to give their time and their effort. It's indescribable, to be honest.